here and welcome to another Bookish Friday video. So today's video is a video that I got an idea from Becca and the book, so I will link her channel for you down below. And recently I saw her doing a video of 10 books that if she hadn't read within the 12-month period, she was going to automatically declutter. So that's what I'm doing. I've picked out 10 books from my shelves, and if I don't read these 10 books within the next 12 months, I'm going to just declutter them, because if I haven't read these books in 12 months, when I'm reading about 15 books a month, then obviously I'm not picking these up, and there must be a reason why. So the first book I want to show you is a thriller. It is a James Patterson thriller called The Jester. I believe he's also collaborating with Andrew Gross on this. So I found this in a charity shop and picked it up because James Patterson is kind of the king of thrillers. And yeah, it says once every 1,000 years a great adventure comes along. There's a bit of a castle on the front, and it says once every 1,000 years truly great adventure stuns the world, and it's no surprise that this terrifying 11th century thriller comes from the mind of James Patterson, the Grand Master of suspense. Freedom. In 11th century France, it is a luxury enjoyed by only the king and nobility. For the serf, it's surely worth fighting for. But is it worth dying for? So it's got something to do with maybe crusaders, and, you know, the Templars knights maybe. So yeah, I just kind of picked this up because I don't know, it took my fancy in the shop, so I must have wanted to read it. I don't know. If I haven't read this in 12 months, it's going. The next book has kind of already had a kind of 12-month sentence, and it still managed to survive and not get read, and that was Shuttered Icon by Bill Napier, and this was in my 2019 19 books in 2019 challenge, and I didn't read it. I read 180 other books, but I did not read this one. An ancient secret, a modern nightmare. It gives me kind of the Da Vinci Code kind of vibes. Harry Blake appreciates quiet life, and as an antique map dealer in a small English town, he rarely strays from the straight and narrow. But when a local landowner asks him to value a 400-year-old journal and is then brutally murdered, Harry's peace of mind is shattered. What does the dusty journal contain that is a matter of life or death? So yeah, definitely Da Vinci Code vibes, and I should want to read it. I mean, I haven't read the Da Vinci Code, but you know, I should want to read this. Why did I not read this in 2019 when I already had this in a challenge? So you're getting 12 more months, mate. And then if I still haven't read you, oh, it says as thriller, as shocking as the Da Vinci Code. Anyway, if I haven't read this in another 12 months, it's had 2 years by that point. It will be going. The next one, I don't have much high hopes for this one. In all honesty, I don't know why I picked it up, but everybody says that this author is amazing, and I've read one book by him, so maybe I just picked up the wrong book. It is Paper Towns by John Green. I read The Fault in Our Stars. People told me I would sob my heart out. I didn't. In fact, I wasn't impressed. I'm sorry. But maybe this one might be the one. The thing about Margot Roth Spiegelman is that really all I could ever do was let her talk. And then when she stopped talking, encourage her to go on. Due to facts that 1, I was incontestably in love with her, of course. And 2, she was absolutely unprecedented in every way. No idea what that means. And 3, she never really asked me any questions. Right, okay. I don't know. Who is the real Margot? It says at the back. I don't know. We'll read it and find out. Hopefully in the next 12 months. Maybe I'll like this John Green. I don't know. But if I don't read it in 12 months, it's a goner. The next one I picked up because When I started 19 books in 2019 challenge, I didn't have very many books, believe it or not. I didn't have enough books to fulfill 19 books in 2019 challenge. I could do now, but at the time I couldn't. So I was looking in charity shops for books to fill the prompts that were for that challenge, and I picked this one up and then didn't put it in the challenge. It is Annie Mae's Black Book by Debbie Holt, and this was to fulfill the challenge of a book with a colour in the title, so Black Book. And then I never read this. I read something else that had a colour in the title instead. So yeah. The Ex-Wife's Survival Guide. So this is about a woman who basically keeps a little black book where she's recorded the name and defence of everyone who has ever done her wrong. So yeah, it's a contemporary and it's got 12 months. Another contemporary, I have no idea why I picked this one up. It's Bridesmaids by Jane Costello. I believe there's been a film made of Bridesmaids. 4 weddings without the funeral. 4 weddings, 3 disgruntled ex-boyfriends, 2 very effective chicken fillet boob enhancers, or chicken fillet boob enhancers, and 1 gorgeous man. Sounds like a normal, everyday romance contemporary that I have kind of grown out of, so I don't know, maybe I might be in the mood for it one day. I might be feeling all cheesy and romancy and I'll pick this book up. But if I don't pick it up in 12 months... Next one, Gone by Michael Grant. Couldn't see that there because it was glossed on. I have seen this series around so many times. I've seen this book in so many charity shops and I got intrigued. 299 hours, 54 minutes, suddenly it's a world without adults and normal has crashed and burned. When life as you know it ends at 15, everything changes. We're kind of in a current situation where everything is not normal and things have changed, and maybe this should be a good book to read at this current time. Maybe. Yeah, I was intrigued at one point. It's got 12 months. As I say, it's probably a good book I should read right about now. Anyway, another book, Divergent by Veronica Roth. I believe she's got a new one coming out soon called Chosen Ones. I haven't read her original books yet. So I got this Divergent. I think Charlotte sent me this. I can't remember if Charlotte sent me this or I bought this because I knew Charlotte had the first book. I can't remember. Let me know, Charlotte. But yeah, I've seen the films and I enjoyed the films, and I know that the films don't complete the book series because they kind of abandoned filming the films after the 3rd one because there wasn't enough interest anymore in the films. So I thought I would pick up the books and read the books and then finally find out what happens to Bea and all the rest of the kids. But I haven't even read the first book yet, so yeah. Luckily, I haven't bought the other books yet. I went to read the first one first because the Maze Runner burnt me. I liked the films, bought all 4 books, read the first book and hated it, so I had to get rid of all 4 books. Still pains me, that does. So I've only bought the first book so I can try it, see if it's as good as the film. If it is as good as the film and it is good, then I will continue the series. But until I read the first book, I'm not buying any more in the series. Another book that has 12 months to survive is Mage Born by Stephen Arion. Now, me and Charlotte both own this book and we were both going to buddy read it. But then I discovered that there is a trilogy before this book. So before this book you have Battle Mage, Blood Mage and Chaos Mage, which are a trilogy that happens before this book. This book is the first in another trilogy called The Age of Dread, but I went onto Goodreads, onto Mage Born's page, and I put a question there asking, do I have to read the Battle Mage trilogy first before I read Mage Born? And the author himself, Stephen Arion, answered my question and said, yeah, kind of, because all the world building and the character building and everything happens in that first trilogy. So if you start with this book, although you would still enjoy it, you wouldn't get all the world building and understand how the world works and the magic system works and everything like that. So me and Charlotte have both said, okay, this one does have 12 months to live, because if we haven't gone out and purposely picked up Battle Mage and read that one within the next... So yeah, if I don't purchase Battle Mage in the next 12 months, then I am going to declutter this one, because it's got 12 months basically. So that is this one. The next book that I am giving 12 months is Dark Angel by Eden Maguire. This book I picked up because I really like the look of this front cover. It says "Dare to Believe" on the front, and it doesn't tell me much about this book. But I believe she wrote the Beautiful Dead series as well. I'm guessing this is going to be some kind of paranormal books with bite. So yeah, I'm guessing this has got some kind of vampire kind of vibes, and I thought it looked really interesting. But if I don't pick this up within the next 12 months, then it is bye-bye. And the last book that is in this 10 books that are going to self-destruct in 12 months is Legend by Marie Lu. Oh, glare. So this is the first book, I believe, in a trilogy. It says a romantic thriller set in a post-apocalyptic world where nothing is what it seems. Legend is impossible to put down and even harder to forget. That is a review by Cami Garcia, New York Times bestselling co-author of Beautiful Creatures and Beautiful Darkness. So yeah, a post-apocalyptic, I believe about two people who are both born on opposite sides of a situation, and they have to come together to save the day. I don't know, but sounds dystopian, sounds kind of sci-fi-ish, and sci-fi is not really my genre, but I believe this was, I don't know, a popular trilogy once, but yeah, 12 months or it's gotta go. So that is the 10 books that are going to self-destruct in 12 months time. So in 12 months time, I will do this video all over again, showing you which books I have read and which books I will be decluttering if I haven't read them. So you have been warned, pile of books. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!